Looking for some quick help on how to build service estimates? Oh, you're in the right place. This test drive is going to walk you through how to build a maintenance estimate for your clients in as little steps as possible. This estimate building exercise isn't to show you all the features of estimating. There's tons of them and there's lots of help videos for that. But it's going to take you through a very quick estimate just to show you how simple it is using our sample data. So remember, if you're going to use our sample budget or you're using any of the items from our sample item catalog, those aren't your actual costs and prices yet. They will be one day. For now, they're just the samples, but it'll certainly be enough to give you a taste of what it's like to build a service estimate for your clients. So let's dive right in. To get to service estimates, on the left-hand side, you're going to want to open the estimate menu, and then you're going to want to go service. The difference between service and standard is that service estimates count things called visits. That is, how many times we're going to go back and do those things. So for mowing or snow plowing or whatever, we need to track that we're going to do this maybe 30 times. Now you'll notice in your sample estimate that we've already created some what we call templates for you. Each one of those is named with a @template in front of it. Take a look at the samples we've set up, because they will save you a lot of time once you set them up like this for yourself. Rather than create every single estimate from scratch, we can start every estimate from what we call an estimate template, which already has most of the services already configured for us. That way, all we need to do when we build an estimate for a client is to just go in and tweak the quantities on those services. So why don't you follow along with us and build your first service estimate? First thing I'm going to do is open one of the templates we've built. I'm going to open this one called @template maintenance monthly sample. I'm going to open it just by clicking on it. You can see here on the left-hand side, I've got some estimate info, and on the right-hand side, I've got some client info. But the client info is just a sample for now. At the top, click Services and Pricing. And you'll see here we've already got configured some services: spring cleanup, mowing, bed maintenance, fertilizing, and fall cleanup. And if you click the Edit button beside any of those services, inside those services are the labor, the equipment, and in some cases the materials, like in spring cleanup, that are required to get that work done. But you'll notice everything has a zero quantity. That's because this estimate is just a template. But it is going to help make estimating fast. Let's use this template now to build an estimate for a pretend client. First thing I want to do is scroll down. There's a Save as New button. We're going to click that. So what we're doing here is we're making a copy of this estimate template for a real client. So after clicking Save as New, the first thing I want to do is change the client information on the left-hand side here to the client we're building an estimate for. So I'll click Change. Now, if you've already set up that client in CRM, just search for them. I'll use the one we did set up in CRM. Once I found that client, hit Select, and their information will appear here, and the project name will adjust itself to match that client's information. We want to click OK when we're done here. You're going to get a note that says the new estimate uses the same budget as the original estimate. Now you can change this later, but it's just a warning that as we're copying this, it's going to copy the original budget as well. Remember, in this case, on the test drive, if you're using our sample budget, it doesn't necessarily have your overhead yet. It's just using the sample budget's overhead. So it's important not to price real work yet until you've done your budget. Click OK to dismiss the warning, and now you've got your estimate created. Now I've got my real client over here on the right-hand side, and some estimate information. One of the things you can do is click this Measure Site button. And what that'll do is open a site for measurement. So for instance, if I was measuring this big area here, I could just click my mouse around the area I want to measure. And I get a measurement down here. In this case, it's 23,000 square feet. That's how you'd measure a job site. And that'll also help you make accurate estimates. We'll go back to the service estimate, as that's not really the property for the one we're working on. We want to jump right to the pricing. So go to the Services and Pricing page. There's all the things that we had in our sample template. What I want to do now is, for this property, open each one and now just fill out the quantities. So let's say for spring cleanup, it's going to take 3 people, 3 hours each to do this job. So I've got 9 hours of maintenance labor. but I only need one truck, so that's going to be there 3 hours. We figure we're going to haul out a 1/4 yard of waste, so we put that in there. And we're going to need 5 yards of mulch to top up the beds. Great, now you've priced your spring cleanup and you're done. Moving on, mowing. Click the edit button. It says maintenance labor and the crew truck. Let's use the production rate calculator we set up in the production rate calculator test drive to figure out this time we're going to require on this job. So I'm going to click the calculator button here. That'll bring up all my production rate calculators here on the left-hand side. I want to click mowing residential equipment. And let's say we're going to cut this property with a 36-inch deck. And it's a larger property, about 43,000 square feet. That'll take the square footage and use my production rate to say it's going to take about 3/4 of an hour. And it was 350 linear feet of line trimming, and we were going to blow a 1/4 of an acre of drive. Now I've got 1.67 hours into this job, so I'll update my estimate there. If that's a one-man crew, my equipment's the same, 1.67 hours. If it's a two-person crew, don't forget my equipment's half of that, because I don't need 2 trucks for 2 people. I just need 1 single truck. So we'll set that up at 0.85 to be close to a 2-person crew. Now you've done your mowing estimate. Go to bed maintenance. Let's say bed maintenance is going to take our bed crews 2 hours to do this job with 2 people, and we're going to dispose 0.1 yards of yard waste. Great, we're done. Fertilizing, it's going to take us 15 minutes with the truck and the fert kit, and it's also going to include 2 bags of fertilizer. And for the fall cleanup, I'm going to say it's going to take us 2 hours, and we're going to dispose of 0.2 yards of yard waste. And that's it. You've done your first maintenance estimate. All we did was copy the template, and for each one of those services, just figure out how long it would take and how long we'd have the equipment there, and optionally any materials. You can see here that each one of these services now has a number of visits, a cost per visit, a break-even per visit, and a price, including the profit margin we're trying to get. And if I go to the analysis screen, all my numbers are broken out for me. To generate an actual proposal for this work, I simply click the print button. And I pick the proposal type I want. There's a number of different options here. I'll just quickly pick mixed billing and hit print. Then I can open that report. That proposal's all laid out for me. I've got my spring cleanup with my hourly rates, all my different services, and then any terms and conditions that come in as part of this contract. Already all set up. And we did that estimate in just a couple of minutes. Once you get your own maintenance estimate templates built up, you'll see how quick and easy it is to build estimates from your templates. And you can even get more detailed with templates. You can set up small residential, medium residential, and large residential templates. Or you could create templates for bronze package, silver package, gold package, and have different levels of services built into each one. Thanks for jumping down this test drive with us. We hope you picked something up. We're sure you have some questions, so please reach out to us. You can reach us at support@, you can reach us at live chat, or better yet, in the emails we send out during your trial, at the bottom of those emails, there's a way to invite yourself to an appointment with one of our consultants. Book a date and time, and we'll help you for free, one-on-one, looking at your information to help you get up and running with LMN. Let us know how we can help you go further.